Okay, so we're ready to graph here. -2, -8. From the origin, I go left 2 and down 8. -1, -5 means I go left 1 and down 5. Zero, -2 means I don't go right or left, I just go down 2. One, 1 means I go right 1 and up 1. And 2, 4 means I go right 2 and up 4. There you go. All right. Now in example 2 and 3, and why example 2 and 3 are there? 2 and 3, as you can see, have fractions thrown into the mix. Not that you can't deal with the fractions, right? You can. But as you can see in example 3 specifically, right, I made a change. As you can see, I changed the x numbers. As you can see, the x numbers have 8 and 4 in there. Why did I do that? Generally, when you've got a fraction that you've got to multiply by x, fraction with x, generally, you want to use numbers that are somehow easily relatable to the denominator. For instance, in this particular problem, the denominator is 8. If I use 8 here and do an 1/8 times 8, an 1/8 times 8 is going to end up giving me 1 when it's said and done. Well, that's good, because now in my graphing answer, I got rid of that nasty decimal or fraction, however you want to think of it. 4, when I use 4 with 8, 4 over 8 is going to give me a half. Right? A half is something I can graph. Now, if you've got something in your answer that's like 0.3725, when you're graphing, it's just like, okay, I think that's about here. Done. Right? That's not very precise. Right? So it's best interest for you, when you get something like this, to try and make it so you're only going to have halves or whole numbers to graph and not something really odd that doesn't really fit on the graph anywhere that we can easily figure. I'm not saying you have to, but it might help you out. It should make your calculations easier too, because if your y works out to be like 3.679825, not only do you have to write that down, but like I said, then you got to graph it. Good luck kind of making it up. So that's why in this problem, and this one works, 2, half of 2 is going to give me 1, so that's going to make that easy. And 1, half of 1 is a half. All right, half, I can graph a half. So that works out pretty well for us. Okay, let's go to example 2. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Again, I'm going to start at the bottom. Let's start with 2. Half of 2 is 1, and 1 plus 2 is 3. Change x to 1. Half of 1 is a half, plus 2 is 2 1/2. 0. Half of 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. And as you can see, that pattern has already evolved. As it's going up, it's just taking a half off each time. So the next one's going to be 1.5, and then of course